going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I wanted to share some gameplay with you guys using Kaecilius, another one of my Alliance Conquest characters. And I know you guys are tired of seeing me use these scrubs. You want to see the meta, you want to see what's OP. But from time to time I like to show love to these characters because even though they're not super popular, I know that there's gonna be a few people out there who will come to this game and pick them up as one of their very first characters, invest all of their resources in them, and then come to find out that they're not very good. So I like to do videos like these where I showcase that, hey, even though these characters are not that great, there's something that you can get out of all that you just invested in them. Kaecilius is one of those characters as well. And the main reason why Kaecilius to me is a conquest character, even though he can beat world bosses and he can do decent in certain game modes, where for me, I can personally clear relays, I can clear waves, I can clear rumbles, I can clear boss modes when it comes to Shadowland. So he's great when compared to other conquest exclusive characters, but he's still not top tier. And the main reason for that is because of how his skills animate. The problem for me with Kaecilius is that whenever Kaecilius uses any of his skills, he roots himself. And what I mean by he roots himself, he stands in place while he's attacking, and that's never good. Because if you're up against multiple enemies, while you're attacking one of the enemies, the other ones are attacking you from the back or from the side, and eventually you're gonna die. On top of that, his animations are very long and drawn out for no reason. So with long animation, meaning long periods of you standing in the same place, you're gonna get punished. Because of that, I don't use Kaecilius very often. Even though this 4-star passive right here gives him some protection, it's not enough to make up for the fact that he's just constantly standing in place and using these long ass skills. This right here is good because of the fact that Kaecilius is a blast type. So he's natively going to go up against combat types, and the majority of the combat class in the game, with the exception of Iron Fist and Apocalypse, they deal physical damage. So this 10 seconds of a physical damage immunity is going to be great for those encounters. And even if you go up against a speed team, the majority of the speed characters in the game, if not all of them, with the exception of a few of them having some energy damaging skills like Elsa, they all deal physical damage, and this physical immunity is going to be great in those situations as well. So this is good in Kaecilius' kit. However, if he had a little bit more, like if his skills didn't animate so long and he didn't root himself, he would be significantly better. Because on top of the 4-star passive, he has a great 5 skill. Whenever he uses 5 skill right here, the damage, guys, the damage is crazy. Like, it's not Yellow Jacket crazy, but whenever you hit it with a proc, it feels Yellow Jacket crazy. And in case you guys are new and you're wondering, what the hell am I talking about? What's Yellow Jacket crazy? Yellow Jacket has one of the craziest 5 skills in the game for any tier 1 character. His 5 skill is so freaking powerful that most of the characters in the game at tier 2, he can out DPS them by simply using that skill. It's crazy. And whenever you hit Kaecilius' 5 skill, you will see what I mean if you have him built very well. So his 5 skill, when combined with the fact that he has a decent 4-star passive right here, it's good, but just the rest of his kit is where everything else falls apart. His leadership, not that great. It's decent for when you're going up against some of the combat floors, but that's about it. That's really about it. Sad to say, like, if he had just a little bit more, man, like, I just feel like a uniform. Like, if he got that Baron Motor treatment and they gave him a freaking uniform, I feel like he would stand out a lot more just because of how powerful that 5 skill is. I'm telling you guys, wave modes, relays, rumbles, boss modes, I can simply clear them because of how powerful this 5 skill is. So if he got a uniform or a few small tweaks, you would see him a lot more. A lot more, I'm telling you. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Let's go ahead and take a look at how I have him built, and then we can jump into some actual gameplay just to show you guys that, hey, I'm not kidding. That 5 skill is nasty, guys. It really is. Now, one thing that a lot of people will say when characters have wind up on their skills, which Kaecilius kind of does, a lot of people will say, hey, just give them some attack speed and it will remove the wind up for the most part. Well, as you guys can see right here, attack speed is maxed out for me, and you'll notice that if I don't play Kaecilius very well, the wind up will get me killed, right? So he has 130 for attack speed, 63% for crit rate, 178 for crit damage, 38% for ignore defense, just because I only really use him in conquest, so I don't have that maxed out. I should though. And we have 50% for skill cooldown or reduced cooldown duration. Right here, gears are all at 20, and right here we have skill cooldown for the last one. In terms of a rotation, whenever I use Kaecilius, I go 5 because it's an iframe skill and the most powerful skill in his kit, so you spam this off cooldown always, right? On top of that, I use the 3 skill because it has an iframe and the 1 skill for the stun. If this stun was not at the end of the skill, Kaecilius would be better. He would be better. This would make a little bit of an impact if it was not at the end of the skill, because once he jumps out of the iframe, if he could stun you to stall for time to jump back into the 5, that would be great. Sadly, it's at the end of the skill, so you're exposed. But using the stun is a good idea in most cases. So right here, I'm running Power of Angry Hulk, and that's how I have enough attack speed to max out his attack speed, because I wanted to see if I could cut down the animation times. Sadly, guys, no dice. Right here, for the obelisk, I have crit rate, crit damage, and a damage proc. For me, that works and I get stuff done. For you, if you're a scrub like me, you should ideally have invincibility, and that's probably going to make your fights a little bit easier. But since I have the damage proc here, I just try to muscle through it and get my fights done as quickly as possible before this guy dies. That's my approach with him, okay? If you can't get a damage proc, go for invincibility, and it would still definitely work for you because he doesn't necessarily need a bump to his DPS. What he needs is more survivability. That's it. That's really it. But anyways, let's jump into Shadowland, and it's only going to be floor 1, and we're going to go up against the combat floor, and you guys can see for yourself that this guy has some nasty freaking damage. I'm telling you guys. So let's go. Where you at, Kaecilius? Let's do it. Wow, Blade's almost dead. Yep, this guy's already dead. Just from getting touched by the 5. I'm telling you guys, the 5 is no joke. But this guy's survivability now, that is a joke, I tell you that. $30 guys. 30 freaking seconds. 30 seconds, take that in. So yeah, this guy's damage is actually pretty solid. It's just that his survivability, man, his survivability is crap. So put invincibility on him if you find that you have a hard time surviving. For me, I just rush the fight and try to get it done as quickly as possible. So that's all I have to share for this one, guys. Like always, thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.